remember your very first day here on the campus? I'm sure you do. A bag in your hand, few dreams in your eyes, and 100 questions in your heart. You are entering into a new world, but your heart still misses what you just left behind. And for a moment, you are wondering, will I belong here? Will I manage? That moment, that quiet uncertainty is where the real growth begins. I know that space very well because I have been there too. Let me share a small story from my life. I come from a smaller city. I left my hometown to pursue my post-graduation. I was nervous but hopeful. When I entered my MBA college for the first time, I was terrified. And I was wondering, maybe I should just go back. But something in me whispered, no, stay, learn, adapt. And I decided to stay. That one decision to stay changed everything in my life, and it became the foundation of everything I later taught and lived. Then came Delhi, a city that teaches you how to survive before it lets you thrive. The crowd, the chaos, the competition, it was relentless. Everything was new to me, and I was completely lost. There were nights I cried myself to sleep, reminding myself maybe courage means just another day to show up. And I realized fear is not a sign to run, but it is an invitation to grow. Later, I moved to Mumbai. Life tested me again. I had no place to stay. Every hostel I called said no rooms. There were nights, many nights, I slept on the floor of a working women's hostel because I had nowhere to go, literally. But again, I decided to stay. Not because I was fearless, but because I refused to give up on myself. And that changed the course of my life from there. And it taught me, if you are open to learn, open to adapt, open to be in rhythm, life flows for you. Few years ago, a young woman came to me for therapy. She reminded so much of that version of myself, scared, alone, unsure. When she came to Mumbai from a very small town for her studies, she was thrilled. City lights, the freedom, the energy, but soon the excitement turned into anxiety. She stopped going out, stopped speaking up, stopped meeting people. One day, during the session, she broke down completely. Through tears, she told me, what if I can't go? What if I'm not meant to be here? I could sense how scared and how anxious she was. Not because she had the fear of failure, but she had the fear of unknown. She did not know how to manage. She did not know how to proceed from there. And she did not need any big solutions. So we started small. We started with the simplest thing, breathing. Breathing when anxiety took over, writing down her thoughts instead of fighting it, and moving even when things felt completely uncertain. With time, a shift began to happen. she started to change. Not because life became any easier, but she stopped fighting life. She started flowing with it. She started to learn to flow with it. She started to open up again, started saying yes to little things, to people, to possibilities, and most importantly, to herself. And she realized it's not so difficult, life is not difficult once you allow yourself to be in the rhythm. Few weeks ago, she called me again. She sounded very happier, lighter, brighter. She informed me that she has now taken admission and she is pursuing higher education from a very well-known university, and she is pursuing psychology. That call stayed with me. It made me pause and think what I have seen often, not only in others but in my life too. Life does not wait for us to be ready. It just happens. It pushes us, it tests us, it stretches us, and it shapes us who we become. And in that process, in psychology, we call it neuroplasticity, where the brain has the amazing ability to learn, to grow, and proceed through new experiences. In Indian wisdom, we call it Titiksha, the innate ability, strength to stay steady through ups and downs of life. Different words, same truth. We are built to evolve. So, when life feels too confusing to you, too heavy to you, try remembering few steps. First, instead of asking why is this happening to me, ask what can I learn from it. Second, ground yourself. Come back to the basics. Do the simplest thing. Breathing. Breathe. Take a walk. Take a pause. Write down your thoughts. These are the pauses where you return back to yourself. And number 3, keep moving, even if it's just a tiny step. Remember, courage does not mean absence of fear. Courage means showing up even when you are scared. When I look back now to that scared small town girl holding her suitcase, entering into a world she did not understand at all, to a woman who moved through Delhi's chaos and Mumbai's noise and standing here in front of you, one thing I see have never changed. Every time I felt like running away, I stayed. Every time I stayed, I grew, and somewhere life always met me halfway. So you just have to allow yourself to open. When you open yourself, when you allow yourself to learn, to adapt, to be in rhythm, life starts opening up to you. Life, the opportunity starts opening to you. And this is where your strength lives. This is where your story grows. And maybe this is where you find the most authentic and beautiful version of yourself. Self-confident, assured, calm, grounded, and in rhythm with change. Thank you, and my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you.